when you hear that death rattle. It's not just a fight or a battle. Prepare for lots of blood and gore. It's Spintown with some more bad wars.
Welcome to Spintown, everyone. Recently, Castles was the dream mode that was available on Hypixel Bed Wars, and I had a pretty good game this game. Now, I joined late, so I missed the fast forge, and that sucks because I defend with a bow, and you need a lot of gold before you can get your gear to actually help your team. But once I got it, I go up and I start sniping people whenever I get the opportunity. And here I see Six Hat going in on square, and I thought I had killed him. I hit the shot, but he block clutched, and sure enough, that's going to cost us. Not only does he save himself, 30 seconds later, our bed's broken, and of course, it's Six Hat. So if I just could have hit that shot a second sooner, totally different outcome. But later on, he's coming in on our heart base. I see him, he dodges one, I shoot him midair, and I thought I had him. I was waiting for the notification, didn't get it, and I looked down like, what the fuck? And I guess he block clutched, and I thought a teammate had killed him. Then I turn around like a couple minutes later, our golem's moving, and it's Six Hat who just got the bed. So, god damn it, Six Hat. And after he got the bed, he ends up using his streak power, and that teleports him back to his base on the Wither. And when he does that, he ends up just disconnecting. He's like, everybody on my team, fuck you, I got my stats, you're on your own. And I can't stand people that do that. It drives me nuts. I don't like quit bitches. But from that point on, we were finals, and I spent the entire time trying to get diamonds to gear our team up because they kept running into fights being completely outgeared. We were like fighting people on Prop 4 when we had Prop 2. So, yeah, I'm just getting as much diamonds as I can and banking them, hoping that we can get Prop 4 and Molten Forge before it's too late, because you need both those things in late game castle clutches. But if I saw an opportunity like that to kill somebody, I would take it. But for the most part, I'm just trying to get diamonds. And I think after this next encounter right here, we pretty much had gotten everything we needed diamond-wise when I get back this time. But I almost didn't get back. And this guy almost had me. And if it wasn't for like feather falling, I definitely wouldn't have made it back. So I would have killed myself with just the fall damage alone probably. But I do get back. We have the Prop 4 Sharp and Molten Forge. So we stay in the base, and the rest of the game is just pop PvP. You know how it is in these late games in castles. It's like everybody's drinking invis, jump, speed, purling and gappling like crazy. It's impossible to kill somebody half the time. But we went from being way up player-wise to being down. And I saved my teammate right there from probably getting yeeted. And I'm horrible at this type of PvP because I use a scroll wheel. I do not hotkey anything. And this type of PvP, you need to build a hotkey and move your inventory around quickly. I don't do either of those. So I just do my best to help my teammates when I can. Sometimes that'll be simply knocking somebody back with an arrow when they're about to get yeeted, like you saw earlier. Or making this guy visible immediately after he drank a pot. Sometimes I'll just get into the middle of a fight and start swinging with my sword just so I'm taking some shots and my teammates not taking them all. You know, trying to do my best to take a little punishment with them. So if I get cut off from my teammates and it's a 1v1 with me and somebody else, I'm probably screwed. I'm going to pearl away and gapple as much as I can until I can get back to some other teammates or something. But right here, we did take somebody down, and we went from being down 4-5, and now we tied it up again 4-4. And I have no idea who wins this tiebreaker because both teams have the same number of people. We broke the same number of beds. If teams are even, we should have the same number of finals, I would think. And I'm just telling my team, hey, just try to stay together and gear up whenever you have the opportunity, because a lot of times you'll lose a fight just because you ran out of gear before the other guy. And I'm like, gosh, teammate, help me. And he was really focused on that shopkeeper. So he wasn't exactly much help. And I do manage to get away, but they had me at 1. And there were multiple times where I was down to 1 or 2 hearts just trying to get away from people. And there I was down 1 again. But thankfully, this is, again, why you want to fight in your own base whenever you can versus fighting on the other team's side. Heal pool. It's helpful. It really is. So I do get away, and I gapple up, and as soon as I can get back in the fight, I go back in. But unfortunately, we lost a guy. So we're once again down, and my team's asking, hey, is it a good idea for us to all rush in at once? And I tell them, yeah, we're going to have to because they have the tiebreaker, but we don't want to have to do that until the very end, okay? Hopefully, best case scenario is they keep coming at us, and we can fight with a numbers advantage. Because if we go over there, we're definitely at a numbers disadvantage. And thankfully, they do continue to come at us. And they came at us with a couple of withers. The withers don't really do much. They're just making a lot of noise. They're not doing a lot of damage. I don't mind the withers at this point. So hopefully, we can pick one of them off, drop a lot of golems on them, something to just take one person out. That's all we need. Now, unfortunately, it just isn't working out. We can't seem to final one of them, and they can't seem to get one of our last two guys. So I'm thinking to myself right now, it's like, how can I get these guys in a situation where I can kill somebody? Because I'm not going to kill somebody with a fucking sword. I'm not going to kill somebody doing pop PvP. It's just not going to happen. You've seen in videos in the past where I will try to fireball an ender pearl, and I've won a game of castles doing that. I've won multiple games of castles doing that. I killed the #1 castles player doing that, actually. And I tried to do that multiple times in this game, and I just wasn't able to pull it off. So I'm also thinking, okay, well, how do I get somebody in an enclosed area by themselves? And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, maybe if I can get them into one of the caves, but I don't want to leave my teammates and leave this base until I have to later in the game. But I'm thinking that's something I can try. But I'm also thinking, okay, well, I have enough to use a wither still. Maybe I can pick off one of the noobs near the end of the game, because sometimes you'll get noobs that just never leave the base or the diamond island, even in sudden death. So if I use a wither and I get way over there and pick off one of the noobs, maybe that's how we can get a kill. And I tried the fireball thing right there again, and I missed. Or actually, I think he had already thrown the pearl, and it was too late for me to even get the hit. But yeah, so getting a little desperate. I got a couple things in my mind that I still might try. And after my teammates finally get back with me here and we fail to kill this guy and he gets away, I decide, you know what, it's just wither time. We're going to go see if we can get a noob. And it's a long shot, but, you know, we're not able to kill one of these other guys, so it might as well take the chance. I don't see anybody on a bridge immediately, so I start heading that way, and they counter wither me. So now I know I'm going to have to fight another wither, and I get my pearls in my hotbar. Figure they're the most important thing right now. And we go at it. We have a little fight. Not exactly going my way, but I do make sure I'm over the land during this fight, so I'm able to pearl away as soon as I lose the fight. And I get to the cave. I'm thinking, okay, I can't get a noob, so we're going to try to go on this guy. And we're going to do it near the edge, so hopefully he has nowhere to go. And, well, it actually worked. If he knew the map a little better, he would have known he can just go through that tunnel and pearl at one of the towers on the left and right and save himself. But he panicked and threw down a castle, and he had nowhere to go, and the golems just kept hitting him through, I guess, the castle and put him in the void. And it gave us the kill at the last second that we needed. And the other team thinks they got a draw, but no, we took the win in this situation. That's why it said victory. They took the loss. And I don't know what the deciding factor was, but there you see the golems hit him right through the wall there and put him in the void. Maybe they had one more player than we did on our team, and that's how we got the win, so we had one more final. Or maybe there's a fourth category, and that's after final kills that I don't know about. So whatever the reason, we got the final, and I have one person to thank for it, and that's Sixhead. You are the MVP of the game, because after you got your stats, you looked at your team and said, fuck you guys, I got what I wanted, you're on your own. And because you did that, we got the win. You could have sat AFK in your goddamn base the entire game, not did anything else, your team would have won. So, thank you for being a shitty teammate.